What is up, everybody, and welcome to another Taco Tuesday. I'm Taco Bandit, here with Chad.
How's it going?
So this does mark the 27th Tacoma weekly update and my 6 months with the truck. I have just crossed over to 10,000 miles. I actually have my 10,000 mile service scheduled for tomorrow. And I've been a little bit under the weather the past couple days, and I don't have much of a voice, as you might be able to tell. So we are going to do the frequently asked questions today. I'm going to try to answer as many as I can, and for what I can't, Chad has my back, and we pretty much see eye to eye on most of these things. But if I'm shaking my head vigorously no, that means I don't agree. So let's get into it.
All right, well, I'll answer the first question. The first question was, what type of tonneau cover do you have? And obviously that was being asked towards me. I have a Backflip Industries VP model. This is the one where you can go underneath and you got the little tension straps that you can pull on, and you can fold it back once and then twice. Then you got to pull the tension strap again, fold it once more, and then you repeat that process once more, and then it folds completely to your back glass. And it comes with the little kickstands that you can put up to keep it up against your glass so it doesn't fall down when you're driving, when you have stuff in your bed. So that's the model that I have. But
one of the other questions that we frequently get asked is, how's our fuel economy and what are these trucks like to drive on the interstate? Both of us are going to Tech right now, but we don't live actually in Blacksburg-Christiansburg. We actually live about 2 to 3 hours away from here. So we do have pretty extensive highway usage out of these trucks, and a pretty good idea of how they perform. Over the weekend, I actually went home and I averaged right around 21 to 22 miles per gallon. Is that pretty much what you get?
yeah, that's about what I get to on my 3-hour commute up the interstate.
So it's anywhere between 150 and 200 miles, depending which route you go and whether you're going to my house or his house. But that's pretty consistently what we get. As far as how the truck performs, obviously where we are commuting through does have considerable amount of hills and that sort of thing. So there is, some shifting with the changing grades. As far as infotainment, the navigation system works fantastic. You can have your Pandora playing while being navigated, and you can check the weather while you're doing all that. It does a really good job of multitasking, and I haven't had any trouble with the head unit restarting as I did back when I first got the truck. I think Toyota's pretty much worked out all these issues with the updates, and everything's been going really well since then.
Yeah. Another one of the questions was somebody asking about the software update for the transmission, and that question may have been asked more than once, but we both got the software update just for the heck of it, whatever it was worth. I know I personally wasn't experiencing any of those problems with shifting, taking a while from park to reverse or drive. I don't think you were either. I guess basically what that says is that from the factory, our transmissions had the right amount of transmission fluid in them. It seems to be that for the most part, some of these tacos that came from the factory had low transmission fluid. For whatever reason that may be, I think that they probably have most of those sorted out, and that TSB that they performed on the transmission computer is probably pretty standard across the line now, so hopefully people aren't experiencing that problem anymore.
And I was actually talking to the technicians when I was getting my update, and basically what they said is, whenever they run a diagnostic on the truck, whether it be for your 5,000 mile or 10,000 mile service or something like that, or if you report a problem, they can pretty much see exactly how the truck's performing, whether it's skipping gears or doing anything erratic, and that would lead them to believe that there is some low transmission fluid. Since we didn't have any of those problems, and since the truck wasn't throwing any codes, there's really no reason to believe that we have low transmission fluid.
I agree. I'm going to continue the rest of the questions because it appears that Taco Bandit's starting to lose his voice. So, on to the next question. Does your taco make a ticking noise near the engine when parked? Yes. All of them do that, actually. As long as you have the V6 in any of the models, it's going to make that noise. That is just your injectors going through a cleaning process once it reaches the optimum temperature. So when your gauge reads right in the middle, it's it's more than likely going to be going through that injector cleaning process. It can last for up to about 10 minutes. It depends on how much the computer determines the injectors need to be cleaned. This will happen when you're sitting in park, at a stoplight. As long as the vehicle is parked, you will notice that ticking sound. It's completely normal, nothing's wrong, it's just going through a cleaning process. So the next question is, when you took the air dam off, did it make any difference driving on the highway? Was there any more cab noise or anything? Yes, there was a bit of a difference when we took the air dam off of my truck. It wasn't like a big difference, but for the most part, the purpose of the air dam is to help generate air around the outside of your truck. You will notice on the sport models and the SR and SR5s, I believe, that come with the air dam. So me and Taco Bandit are trying out the ECT power button and the manual shift function in his truck right now. Yes, you can combine the two of those. We had some questions about those. Basically, ECT power is a tow haul button for the Taco. You will see these in past generation trucks, not the second generation Taco. They didn't have it in that, but in the first generation they did, and in some 4Runner generations they actually had it as well. But I mean, if you want some heightened performance, I guess, if you want to call it that, it just holds the gears a little longer. Nothing real special, doesn't change all that much. Just, I guess, responsiveness once you lay into the accelerator. One of the questions, one of our last questions actually, was, do you know the difference between DNS and the transmission? So that's just drive and sport. Drive, it basically just allows you to drive it normally. It'll shift itself based on throttle input and braking, and then you can just be pretty carefree and it'll do it all for you. But when you put it into sport mode, it will allow you to limit the top gear that the transmission can access. So when you put it over, it'll be in fourth, and that would limit your top gear to fourth. It can help with towing to prevent unnecessary upshifts. It can just allow you to row your own gears without the use of a clutch, and also it can help you when you're going down grades. So like when you're going down the hill, it can just help with your engine braking, so you're not going to be going down the hill at an unnecessary speed. You can control it with whichever gear you select. So
I do momentarily have my voice back, and I just want to thank you all for all the continued support, continue watching my videos, and for writing in all the questions that we could answer for this video. If you have any other questions that we didn't get answered in this video, please leave them in the comments below, and we'll get to that shortly. Just a correction on last week's video. I was talking about, maybe spray painting a standard TRD grill. I thought that would be the most cost-effective way to get a completely different look out of the truck. Actually, Bay Area Metal Fabrications just released a second grill. They actually had that Raptor style grill that I was interested in that was $600. But again, $600 to me is way too much money just for a grill. So their new grill is considered their economy grill, and will be about half of that cost, so right around $300. I do have that grill ordered, and it should be in somewhere around the end of the month. Again, thank you all for all the continued support over the past 6 months. If you have any other ideas of how to grow this channel and make it even bigger and reach more taco owners, we'd be glad to hear it, and I'd really like to do that. The more people that we can reach on here, the more we'll understand our own trucks, and the more that we can share what we know, and just share our love for trucks and everything else. So thank you all very much for watching. It is National Taco Day, so get in your taco, go grab some buddies, get some other tacos, and have a blast. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time.